In February 1861, now Lieutenant Colonel Robert E. Lee was still stationed in Texas when the state suddenly wasn't a part of the Union anymore. He traveled back to Washington and was appointed colonel of the 1st Cavalry Regiment in March, his colonelcy being signed in by the man whose ascension to the presidency had wrought a spate of secessions across the Union, Abraham Lincoln. While Lee was privately opposed to the Confederacy and saw it as a betrayal of the vision of the Founding Fathers, his sense of honor and loyalty to his home state of Virginia kind of threw a wrench into all that. Once, when asked who he would fight for, he replied, quote, "I shall never bear arms against the Union, but it may be necessary for me to carry a musket in the defense of my native state, Virginia, in which case I shall not prove recreant to my duty." Which, going back to the original question, just sounds like yes to the Confederacy with extra steps. Though Lee initially ignored an offer of command from the South, after Lincoln's call for troops to put down the rebellion caused Virginia to secede, the Union could sense that they were about to lose him. They even offered him the rank of Major General, with command of the defense of D.C. itself. Lee immediately went to Winfield Scott, the commanding general of the Union Army and his mentor, who failed to convince him that the Union could prevent the South from fighting. Lee eventually settled on resigning, being so conflicted about it that he kept the resignation letter for a full day before sending it in on April 20th. 2 days later, the Richmond Convention elected him as commander of Virginia State Forces. Lee's decision so upset Scott that he reportedly collapsed onto a sofa and mourned like he had just lost a son. Lee's own family was split as well, most of them being pro-Union. Some would remain that way, while others would join Lee on his road to rebellion.